meets opportunity, okay? You got to be prepared for everything. Don't let someone's negative opinion dictate what you can and cannot do, past, present, and future. I always say go for the great. Don't be okay with just being okay. I mean that, all right? Don't be okay with just being okay. Get up and push through. I said the same thing last Thursday, in here, okay? Couldn't go out there. The cold doesn't bother me. It's the ice, phone will shut off. So I filmed this stuff on here. Like I said, that is what it is. Grind. Grit, strength, determination, heart. That has to describe you. That describes me. All right? That describes me since I was a kid in New York. Okay? Since I was a kid. I don't have much time on it because it'll cut up. But like I told you before, you inspire so many people and you don't know it with your work ethic. You control your attitude and your effort towards everything. Politics happen in high school, college, pro level, even when you're a kid. You don't quit a sport because of politics. You don't quit a sport because of some coach. And then you live your life with regret. Get that out of your mind. Get that out of your mind. All right? Remember that. Playing, I'm a player, athlete. Best father I can be, best player I can be, athlete, coach, and mentor. I'm coaching my son. I know that. You get that dog in him early, okay? Outside in the cold, outside in the heat, inside hitting baseballs, outside fielding balls, outside catching footballs, running routes, doing that stuff with the ladder. That's what it is. You got to instill that in him early. I don't care what age that is. I did that in New York when I was a kid. Moved to Florida, played high school football down there. You got to be the hero to your own story. I'll be the hero to my own story, hero to my son. How's it going to end? You got to understand that. You have to. So you're going to sit here as an athlete, whether you're in high school and you sit there like, oh, I could have, would have, should have did this. I didn't do that because of this guy. I didn't do that because of that. Get that out of your head. Get it out of your head. As a coach, when I'm out there in the off season, when I'm out there coaching, helping kids out, I see that. There's no depth chart. The depth chart might not even be the same. If I see a guy grinding in scout team in practice and he's good and he's doing work against the first team, I'm going to put him in the game for a series. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to put him on the bright lights when the bright lights shine. It's the only way you see it. It's the only way you see if it works out. And you work out and get better and better and better. Work on your strengths, work on your weaknesses so they don't become weaknesses. So they're strengths. Every single thing around you, you can get better. Like my son, I told him to a high standard. He got so much better, baseball and football, to where he's doing something. That's somebody's great day. That's just his good day. He doesn't want to do that. I see that. He's gotten so much better. You raise the standard. So when you raise the standard for yourself, when you get more confidence in yourself, you're going to raise the standard for yourself in life, in athletics, and everything. All right? So if you're struggling, people struggle all the time in this world. If you're struggling, you have to understand your why. You have to understand. Ever since you were a kid, you have to understand what you got you going out here to do this, to do every single thing that you accomplish your dreams of doing. I've had the name in the back of my jersey, played pro arena football, NFL camps, all that stuff, national championships, and all. I could have went other places, but it is what it is. It is what it is. When you have to sit there and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I'm going to do this, you don't want to have life with regret. You want to sit there and work 100 times harder than that. You want to sit there and say, I didn't do this because of this coach, I didn't do this because of that. Forget that. So that's why when I'm playing, I see that. I was on both sides of politics. I hate both of them. I hate the good and the bad. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. If I see somebody on scout team busting their ass, like I told you before, and I got a guy who's a starter, who's not playing great, who's sitting there being complacent, not working hard at what he does, I'm going to put that guy on scout team to get him a chance in the game. I want to see him under the lights. Look at him. My depth chart's not going to be the same. It's a guideline. It's not a cement thing. All right, that's when I'm playing. I see that in front of me. You can control your attitude and your effort towards everything in life, not just sports, but attitude and effort for me, especially how I raise my son, how I play as an athlete, how I coach. That all that stuff right there, you control that. You can't control politics a lot of times in life. You can control your attitude towards it. How are you going to react to it? How are you going to react to the politics? How are you going to react to something that happens in your life that's wrong? Other people that have had stuff handed to them, when that stuff happens, they don't have that grit. They don't have that drive. They don't have the determination. And they learn about themselves. And they learn, oh, shit, I don't have that. That other person does. He has that. That drives you through. Your attitude, if you control your attitude towards it and how hard you work towards anything in life, that is true with every single aspect I'm trying to tell you. As an athlete and a player, you control your attitude and effort towards everything. Don't sit there and be okay with just being okay. Don't be good with just being good. That's bullshit. Be great. If you're not great, you're great to your best of your abilities to do everything to get better and better and better. But at least you try with everything to be great. You didn't sit here and say, I held something back. or I did this because this coach or this player was talking, all this other stuff. Forget that. Throw that out the window. Throw it out the window, man. Forget about it. All right? So a lot of times people struggle in life. Like I told you before, the story, and I autographed gloves for a kid, and nobody was signing autographs for him. I gave it to him, right? And what happens is he hung those gloves up over his door. I had no idea about it. I had no idea about that he hung those gloves up over his door. And that's the kind of inspiration you can give kids and other people out there when you're in a situation, when you're in the right realm for it every single time. You're in the right realm for it. I was doing stadium stairs in the snow, and I had coaches watching me from the overhangs. Good. That's what you don't want to do the minimum stuff. You want to inspire other people to the point where they look at you. I've had people come up to me, I mean, you're one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. You want that. And then you have other people, it's another way. You have other people looking at you like, wow, man, that guy's crazy. What's he doing? Jeez, oh, I couldn't do that. Oh, bless his heart. That's what you want too. You want people to look at you like, oh, that guy's crazy. What age is he? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing what my name is Sean. I'm going to be this far like me, teach my son and other athletes out there what I've been through. Because what I've been through, you can be an athlete and have a resume. You can be a coach and have a resume, but you ain't been through what I've been through. You haven't. And that's what it is. I've been through everything because I've seen it. I've seen it, you know? The coaches that don't notice the work that gets put in, that's a question. How do you go about coaches who don't notice the work that's put in? You just put in your work. You just keep putting in extra. They'll notice it, and if they don't, what happens is all that hard work you've been doing, when you get your chance to shine on the field or whatever, that all pays off. They're like, oh, how'd you do that? I've been doing this. While you've been sleeping, I've been grinding. While the kids been eating pancakes at 12 on Saturdays, I've been grinding. I get up before the world wakes up. You just wake up and watch sports. You're watching other athletes out there do their thing. Well, you should be doing that. People should be watching your story. Be inspired by your story. You got to have that mindset, man, that get out, let's go. All right, that's what I'm instilling in my son. The grit, determination, and drive. That's what I instill in me as an athlete, my teammates, all right? And even when I'm coaching out there, the players that I see, whether it's kids 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, it starts early. Okay, it starts early. And then whether it's in high school athletes, don't be complacent about it. Don't be complacent. Rise above the standard to be the best that you can be. I'm going to leave it with that. All right? So out here, grind. Grit, determination, strength, heart, hope. Don't let an athlete lose hope. As a player, you have hope. Athletes lose hope. Even if they're playing great, they quit because they lost hope on a lot of stuff. That happened at Mount Union. I saw that with other athletes. They lost hope. They quit. They stopped after the season. And their life turns into coulda, woulda, shoulda. I did this, I did that. Yeah, sometimes I have an axe to grind with some of the coaches out there because of what the hell they did. But I go about my business and play as an athlete and be determined and rise above that and made it so far and keep making it so far. And I teach other athletes that because I won't coach like that. I won't help like that because I see it. I know what they've been through because I've been through that. And I rose above it. So rise above the problems in your life, all right? And get better and better every day. Let's get it. And grind. Be gritty. Let that word describe you.